Yeah.
I usually check Restream, just the site directly, because that will show the status of both.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I mean, you can still go to each manually. I still do, for paranoia reasons. All right, it says, yeah, YouTube online, Arbitrary Hero online.
Cool.
I will physically check that. Yep, it is the first video.
It's working.
Yeah, Dragonquest Builders 2. So I thought I would be able to stream from my PS4, but I'm not so sure now.
You should be able to. We just need to figure out how. And that's the reason why Nate, who is a fucking bum, needs to get on Discord, because he is streaming from his PC and PS4, so he can figure that. Oh my god.
Has he streamed the PS4 already?
Is that not how he's doing Demon Souls?
No, he's doing Dark Souls on PC. He has the remaster on Steam.
Gotcha.
Although, yeah, at some point, I was gonna try to figure out how PS4 works with Elgato. I'm sure it's not hard. It might just be a certain setting.
Yeah.
Because the console shouldn't matter, because the Elgato is the first stop in the hardware bus that deals with it. I don't think OBS cares what the input source is. I think Elgato feeds it some constant stream. Like if you, whatever that little icon is, the little play icon, I guess that's the Elgato logo. I think it just defaults to a constant stream of that if there's no console that's giving it some kind of input signal.
My concern was that because PS4 has its own streaming software, that it might not play nice with the Elgato. So it may be a thing
OBS
on the
software?
Or on Elgato, or specifically it may not like the hardware.
Hi NoobTube, we're just test streaming. Please ignore us.
Well, you can stick around if you want.
It's going to be a lot of chatter. Oh right, I need to start replacing the thing that was built here that I tore down because it was ugly.
Let me check while we're here, I'm gonna check the video quality on both.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, so we have now successfully, Tom has streamed, I have streamed to both, and Osprey has streamed to both. The important thing about testing that Osprey has been able to stream to both is that he, I think, auto connects to different servers, different restream servers than we do because of geography.
Yeah.
So this gives me a lot of confidence now. The thing that bothers me is that I still don't know what was wrong, but I just need to accept that electronics are black magic.
It's likely not a timer. What am I trying to think? Like a lease, so to speak, on how Restream connects to both. I think for whatever reason, it must have some
redo settings.
Yeah, I think that, or it could be just the way that we have OBS linked to certain stream keys and accounts and stuff like that. There's a real easy way where a certain update on one or the other could overwrite or change the way it looks at certain settings.
Yeah.
Like how your OBS doesn't even have an option for the account connect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be my next test. Tomorrow, when I get home from work, I will update OBS and then attempt to stream, and we'll see how that shit goes.
Yeah, that should be fairly simple. If the account login doesn't work, then we know something else is up.
Yeah,
That's not just the quality.
I'm paranoid of I update and then all my scenes and sources disappear.
Oh right, I still have an update to do for. Oh no, I just updated mine actually, and my scenes are still here.
Oh, awesome.
If any link breaks, it's probably going to be real specific.
Yeah.
the quality seems good on both. Looking at YouTube, looking at
And if you see a frame rate drop, it may just be this game because Builders does have some frame rate issues.
right, yeah. We're not so much worried about game performance as it is when
Yeah.
Cameron was streaming Monster Hunter earlier. I think it might be a bit rate. Which actually, yeah, Osprey, we might need to get your bit rate in OBS. Let me make sure I know where that setting is.
We were looking at it earlier. His is 2500.
It is? Okay. Yeah, so is
Yeah.
mine.
So he synced. I think when he did his initial setup, he followed the paperwork, and I think all his stuff is matching ours. Although,
Right.
maybe we need to change that because Restream did say, "Hey, I prefer 4500."
Right. I didn't actually check the quality of mine earlier, but I don't think any of my previous videos of any of my previous streams have had issues with the 2500. I don't think there's a problem with upping it. I think bitrate, the output in terms is more of your PC's capability. I don't think it's... Well, the very last thing it could be is also just network quality. I think depending on what your upload internet speed is, that, if it fluctuates, that's something you really can't fix. That's just how it is.
Yeah, it's something I don't want to. I wouldn't mess with until like nothing else works.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Look at I want to make sure I have this in the live stream workflow.
Yeah, Holly.
If I had... Oh, go ahead.
Little cuddle bug.
I'll put some... I don't have any actual documentation on what the settings should be, but I'll put that in the live stream workflow document just so that way we have this is what your bitrate should be, and then if it's, lower hardware, we'll just say you can lower it, but this is what we are all trying to do.
And don't mind me, I'm just kind of casually showing off my builds while we're chatting and trying to figure things out. And I will be right back. I have to grab something real quick.
You're fine. So I think though, Tom, this kind of wears us away. And then we'll talk a bit more about how we're actually doing the extra life stuff on Saturday. My goal this year is one uninterrupted 24-hour live stream. And to do that, I think we need a single source. We can't switch sources. So for the stuff we play and what we do, I'd like everything to come from Nate's computer. And then people might be able to like join us and patch in and stuff. But the stream itself is coming from
Okay,
Nate's
I'm
PC.
back. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's more than doable. I think mostly that depends on what games we want to play and who has what.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's all mostly on Nate's computer or in the same building, I think that's more than doable. If we want to remote in stuff, we still can move it through Nate's OBS or through Discord, like we did the other year. I think it's just a matter of making sure that for the stuff that's specifically not being streamed locally from us, we just gotta figure out how to do the capture for that in OBS and have those scenes ready ahead of time if possible.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. We've got a month to figure it out. That's why this Saturday meeting's important, is so we can figure out all that stuff and close out those action items before November 6th.
Right.
By the way, about the meeting time, I can do it. Just know that I will probably be very sleepy. If we're doing the 9 a.m. your time.
Yeah, I know that's really early for you.
6 a.m.
I haven't heard back from Danny yet on what time he actually needs it. I was also going to propose, if he's okay moving it later. I feel like if we move it later, it might work better for people in general than moving it early in the morning, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It should be okay.
Because I figure, like, if Ian and Shree are patching in from Cape Cod, they'd be more okay calling in at, like, 11 p.m. than 9 a.m.
but I don't know that for sure.
Yeah.
Well, sweet. I think we've successfully tested stuff out.
Yeah.
So awesome. Thanks, Osprey. I appreciate the help.
Yeah, no problem.